where you'll see the comments, even though the picture will be delayed. Alright?
Bienvenidos, Fright fans, and welcome to the Horror Show News. I am Jaime Fuego. Cecil is going to be joining us momentarily, but we have... Yeah, he's got to have his booze. News with booze. I've got my insane Steino whatever of Cerveza here. But we have tons of stuff to discuss this week, guys, because of the fact that it was New York Comic-Con. So an insane amount of news just hit. One that you actually are not going to see in the preset news topics there on the right, or at least to my right, is that Mr. Mercedes was just renewed like an hour ago for a second season on the AT&T Audience Network. So that was something I thought about. You know, hey, Cecil, it's that a 10th story, but that's kind of cool, and that's something for me to discuss at least here momentarily. I've loved the first two episodes of the show, and I haven't had the chance to check any of the additional ones out because of the fact that it's only on DirecTV, or if you're a AT&T cellular subscriber or something. But they are doing something very cool right now where you can take 7 days and try out the service for free, and in that span of time you can easily binge watch all 11 episodes of the first season, because I gotta admit, as far as a year where there was so much King stuff going down, holy hell, guys, this is one of the highlights of the entire year, at least for me. It's up there with it. It's fantastic. We only have 1922 left, and that's premiering on the 22nd. So very cool, very fun. Let's see, we've got Tony Robinson is in. What up, dude? Mikey Troma Trash, yeah, man. How's it going, brother? Greetings on the other side of the pond to you, sir. Hopefully we'll get some more peeps in here, and Cecil is about to join me for the very first story, which is a big announcement. There's the guy.
Hi!
Yeah.
I need to get a table for me.
Big announcement, though, for The Walking Dead, man. And
Let me
Cecil,
do it. Let me do it.
Okay, Cecil has been, he's been there since day one for The Walking Dead, and I have not. I haven't really read any of the comics. I read a little bit of the first run, Days Gone By, and we're going to be seeing some retro reviews coming up soon. But without further ado, I will hand it off to the founder of the feast here. What's
All
up,
right.
sir?
So, the first story, you guys, is that we officially got word that The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead are officially going to have a crossover. So, I don't know, what are the finer details, Fuego?
That's the interesting thing, is that as I read Kirkman's little panel thing that he did at NYCC, he said that basically it's not even going to be like a super big like crossover event or anything. One character is going to be crossing from one show to another show.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, unfortunately. It's not quite as exciting once you read the finer details. And so people are thinking if it's that southern chick who's like the mainstay of the Fear the Walking Dead, because I haven't watched Fear the Walking Dead, and
Right.
I've heard differing opinions, if I'm trying to be fair about things there. But, long story short, it's a show that, since I enjoy the Walking Dead universe so much, I need to at least take the time to check it out. And if there is going to be this sort of crossing over transpiring, it's not a huge crossover event like a lot of different news outlets were trying to make it out to be. So that's what we have to clarify here. And being big Walking Dead fans, that's,
Sorry, guys, got a new webcam, and it's not only is it a wider angle, but it picks up light a lot better than the old one. So, but I wanted to actually ask. I look so shoddy when I stand up and sit down without my shirt tucked in. Anyway, but
I'm not wearing fancy pants either.
But guys, it actually brings me to a question. How do you feel about the stories over there? Do you care to see all the stories lined up? We had a commenter last week say, hey, you guys should try it without the stories. I think it might be better, because then people would be hanging on to find out what stories you're going to cover. And it is a valid point. We did try that way for a while, and but it was before we were, as big as we are now. So let us know in the comments. Do you want the stories on the side, or would you rather not have the stories on the side? And
do you want to see more of us?
Yeah, yeah. So let us know. But Fuego, what's story number 2?
Story number 2 is going to be the fact that there is an official release date. There was a poster. There's some initial imagery floating around for the 3rd season of Ash Ash versus Evil Dead, which is premiering, if I can double check this proper, February 25th. And so a lot of people were like, they did October for their first 2 seasons, and there was a lot of worry, like, what the hell is going on? So I think with The Walking Dead, with Stranger Things, all of these movies coming out, they were like, you know what? Maybe we should, like, keep our distance and, you know, jump to February. I'm fine with it, I guess, but I didn't really like the second season of the show as much as the first season. This one is supposed to feature Ash's daughter in it, and it's got this school theme, so I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings about a third season of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Would you not watch it?
I will totally watch the fuck out of this show,
All
but
right.
nonetheless, I have been disappointed with what I kind of perceive as just mediocre returns, you know? At least compared to the first season, which even the first season I thought kind of ran out of gas at the end. So, I don't know. I'm excited for it, but it's like that tempered, like moderate, as opposed to like insane enthusiasm. So, how about
Fair
you?
enough. You know, I'm always excited for more Ash, even in its current incarnation. I thought the second season kind of lost its way and did some interesting stuff at the same time. But I'm really excited to see more of it. I just didn't know what was going to happen because between that and another show, which we'll talk about later.
Oh God, Stan versus Evil or whatever the hell.
No, between another show that we didn't know the fate of as far as timing.
Yes, another Kirkman connection.
Exactly. So I don't know. Why it took so long, but I'd rather have it than not at all, or than have them push it all the way to October again.
Yeah, which is fine, and I honestly wish that the next story was the next story, so we could just jump right into that. That was poor
planning on Fuego's part.
On my part, so yeah. We will jump to the third story, which is actually and this is a big one. It's the fact that Bride of Frankenstein, which was supposed to be the, next entry... the next entry in this, like, Universal Monsters universe of sorts that they're putting together.
After the outstandingly bad Mummy movie.
God, I hated that movie, dude.
It was so bad,
dude. Such shite. And I'm okay with Tom Cruise in certain roles, but that was just poor casting on their part. And they really, as a lot of journalists that I respect have said, put the cart before the horse in this case. And they did so much universe building in this movie without... I don't know, maybe they were just naive to think that it was going to crush and it was going to be super successful, and it wasn't. And so Bride of Frankenstein, that they were originally courting Angelina Jolie to be the Bride of Frankenstein, they've already announced Javier Bardem as the monster. Apparently she is going to do another Maleficent movie, so she is presumably not going to be in this anymore, and they delayed it indefinitely. It has been indefinitely delayed as far as the production schedule for Universal goes. So, is this an end to the Monster Universe or just a bump in the road? What do you think?
Oh, God. It's like such a weird thing because I don't want them to have to reboot it again.
No, and they will too, which is what's terrible.
But I think they put the cart before the horse, man. They were trying to too much world building in the first movie rather than focusing on making a good Mummy movie. I
liked Russell Crowe in it. I mean, as the Jekyll Hyde character, he was good.
It was rough, man. The whole thing was rough.
It felt so hodgepodge and so just pieced together as opposed to just naturally progressing. And I liked Sophia Boutella, I think her name is. I thought she was great in the title role, but everything else about the movie.
She was the girl on the Blades in the first Kingsman movie.
Oh, dude, and she is fantastic. Also in it's eluding the Star Trek Beyond, I think it was the most recent Star Trek.
I still haven't watched that.
Oh, it's a great movie.
David keeps telling me that too.
Really good. Yeah, shout out to producer Dave. He's right. It's a good movie.
He's supposed to be coming down later.
Yeah, oh, nice. Cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So we have mixed feelings, obviously, about the furthering of the Universal Monsters universe and the setbacks that they kind of created for themselves. You know, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. And he's laughing at comments, and I'm curious.
I'm laughing at Mark Pearson's comment because I was wondering if anyone would notice. He's like, "Hey, did I miss something? You guys are usually sat the other way."
Yes, we have.
Usually we are. No, it's because honestly,
universe.
we're in a. I should have just angled the camera over a little bit more. In fact, I do want to angle the camera over a little bit more so everyone can see something on the wall.
With a wide angle lens.
Oh, I'm gonna bust my drink over if I'm not careful.
Don't do that. Don't do that, sir.
But
So we have a
all
fun,
right.
we have a fun fourth
Hang on,
story,
wait 1 second.
guys.
So I gotta get out of the way so people can see. Hang on, let me get the right window up so I can see it in real time. All right, here we go. You see that right there? There's a little piece of artwork to the right. If you zoom in on it, you'll see that it's actually one of the Pennywises provided by Sarab.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so two. What's to my left? To the left, to the left.
That one right there.
All the horror story shit then to the left.
Anyway, that's, yeah.
Shout out to Rob.
That's one of Rob's drawings. His other one is actually on the newly revamped review set.
Yeah.
And look at that. That's actually a better angle.
Yeah, we have many sets here. Many sets. Huh?
Hi! Okay.
Hello.
Distraction. All right, so Fuego, you cover the next one because, Jesus, it's horrible. I don't care about this one at all.
Really?
I don't. And I think that's probably why they moved it to No Man's Land.
I honestly don't either. This movie looked like shit when we did the trailer reaction.
They moved it to No Man's Land for a reason, man. I mean...
you know, what good has... I was actually talking with Luis, as you guys have seen on the channel many times. We were at the hotel for the day job the other day, and we were like, what good has Eli Roth really done recently?
Recently?
Nothing. Nothing.
No.
You know, I mean, his last few films have been shite, and so... yeah, apparently his Death Wish movie has been moved from Thanksgiving, which was like a prime release date. It's got Bruce Willis in it, you know, with his name attached as well. I mean, Eli Roth, Bruce Willis. So initially, we were both like, fuck yeah, we were so excited for this. And then lo and behold, they're moving it to March 2nd of 2018 because the buzz about this film is bad. People are saying it is not very good in the test screenings, and so they've moved it from those prime waters, and I'm honestly not surprised. You're probably not either, are you?
No, not at all. I mean, that trailer was horrible that we did the reaction to.
The tone was all over the place. It was trying to be funny. It was just bad. Ugh.
Yeah, I was not excited about it. Couple shout-outs real quick. Ian Rupash is here. Yo, homies. Brady Wilson, hi,
it's
bros.
Brady.
Ms. Morning, hi, guys. Amanda Darrington.
Yeah, Ms. Morning, I love your name.
Here.
It's awesome.
Leo McKenna, of course. Rogue Reaper says, plot twist. They aren't the real Cecil and Fuego. Aliens have taken over their bodies. The odds seating.
Yes. This is actually an alternate universe where... no, I'm just kidding.
Something didn't look right. That's funny. See, I burned it into their subconscious. I burned it into their subconscious that I'm supposed to be on that side. That's the captain's chair I let you have today.
Oh, well, why, thank you. Well, I'm occasionally your co-captain.
All right, so next up is...
Overhyped cum. Holy shit, Bill. Well, there you go.
Whoa, good lord. Next up is the fact that tagging on to the Ash vs. Evil Dead story, what I was alluding to earlier.
A show we've waited forever for.
Yeah, we finally have a release date for the second season of Outcast on Showtime.
Cinemax.
Cinemax, right.
Yeah.
Cinemax. Damn, that's right. Cinemax. But yeah, the release date has been confirmed after it was supposed to be back this past summer, right?
It was.
That would have been a year.
Yep.
But no, instead, it's coming back in July 2018. July 2018.
So like almost a year away, despite the fact that the entire second season has already broadcast overseas. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It really makes me wonder if there's even going to be a third season at this point, which is heart-crushing because that first season...
It was awesome.
It was incredible. I mean, it was one of the best horror offerings I saw the entire year. I enjoyed it even better than the Walking Dead season that particular year. It was different. It was basically like a more hard R version of The Exorcist in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Rube says he likes the pretty ties. I'm going to get a little closer so people can see what mine looks like.
Well, since
so Walking Dead by Ashtastic.
We love Ashley Mall, and yeah, there is mine as well. You can see the
Supernatural,
the Winchester Boys. That is about to premiere very soon as well. Which is fun.
All right, so yeah, I'm excited about Outcast, even though it's getting the shaft. Because I love that first season. The comic is still amazing.
The cast was great too, man. Brent Spiner, Patrick Fusion. I mean, there was some high caliber talent there.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell happened? I'm assuming licensing rights. It broadcasts on Fox overseas, which is what's kind of weird. So, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? He's looking at comment.
Your guys' ties give me a Mr. Belding feel. How dare you?
Really?
How dare you?
Really, bruh?
Mr. Belding would not have wore a Walking Dead or a Supernatural tie.
Well, hey there, Zach. Come on, guys.
I love Fuego's tie because I love Supernatural. Yeah, that's why you love Fuego's tie, Brady. Whatever.
Thanks, Brady.
Whatever.
Fuego, or whatever it's called. Fuego!
So what's up next, Fuego?
Next up, Fuego! That's actually the new thing that we were pushing now, guys. Remember Sega? Sega! It's Fuego. Fuego! Anyway, so Chris Carter, apparently with the success of the X-Files, like, kind of relaunch and stuff, and there was also another story I almost picked this week because of the fact that Gillian Anderson is like, nope, I'm done with the series after this 11th season. I'm done.
Really?
So no interest whatsoever in Fox. People are like negotiating with her. But
Really?
Chris Carter, creator of both that show and this show that I'm about to mention, he wants to do a Millennium relaunch, which apparently Lance Henriksen is like all over Twitter about this, dude. He is like retweeting every story. Bloody Disgusting, Daily Dead. I was looking at it earlier today. I thought that show was really intriguing because it was almost like even darker than the X-Files in some ways.
But it was serial killer stuff.
Yeah, he could peer into the minds of these killers and stuff, and I guess it was canceled after 3 seasons despite the fact that the ratings were always really strong. So, you know, they thought they were like spreading themselves too thin or whatever, but I mean, Henriksen is such an amazing actor. I'll watch the dude in anything. What do you guys think? Were you fans of Millennium? Would you like to see a relaunch? That's what I'm kind of curious about because that show was pretty cool.
It was interesting. Again, I'm just not that much into serial killer stuff, so let's see.
Masha Paca, probably.
S. Rose, what's up, guys? What's up, S. Rose? All right, so
there you go.
let's. But you know, I
above and
didn't.
beyond.
So I don't know. It would be weird. Like it feels like it would be strange to do a Millennium nowadays, especially
after the Millennium.
Well, no, not only that, but it's 20 years later. So would Lance Henriksen really not have gotten beyond his level in his job at this point? You know, like
well, maybe it's still like a passion project of his or something. I don't know. I mean,
well, that's what I'm curious about. But you know, giving Lance work is never a bad thing because I love him. I really dig Lance Henriksen.
And honestly, I'm gonna chime in for Tony Robinson there. Holy fuck, that Star Wars trailer was insane.
That Star Wars trailer was really, really
loved
good.
It.
It was really, really good.
Lord, was it good.
Honestly, it made me care about what I saw in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens was okay.
Force Awakens was okay. It was just another... It's so funny, too, because Brittany...
I like Rogue One a lot more, honestly.
Brittany hasn't seen Force Awakens, and I was talking to her about the other ones. She's like, the other ones are good. She's like, 4 and 6 are like the same movie. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, they're both like... blowing up a planet, you know, like a planet like the Death Star.
Okay,
and
Jedi is my favorite. Come on, be kind.
Well, you probably won't like Force Awakens then because it's just a bigger version of the Death Star.
It's a Star Killer.
But anyway, yeah, that trailer was really cool. But let's stay on target.
Yeah, stay on target. Stay on target. Okay, so this is another one where we're going to be kind of snide and with good reason.
Yep.
So Ridley Scott, you know, with Blade Runner just coming out. He's not a director on this one. That's Denis Villeneuve, and I'm very excited to see it. Have not seen it yet, but he's a producer on it, and so he's been doing the rounds through the press, and everybody's asking, so what's up with the next Alien movie? Is it still happening? He claims it's still happening, despite the really poor box office returns. That movie basically bombed, despite the fact that he was trying so hard to provide fan service to all these fuckers who wanted xenomorphs and Prometheus and didn't get it, and then he coughs up a turd of shit. And no, you can tell. I am very upset because I hated Covenant and I loved Prometheus, and I felt like he deliberately tried to almost like remake Cameron's Aliens to a very subpar degree. So now he's basically making the press rounds and saying that if his next Alien film does happen, there's not going to be xenomorphs in it. It's going to be back to focusing on the AI and David and all this other stuff. So it's like, make up your mind, man. What the hell is going on here? If I'm a betting man, which I'm not necessarily, but occasionally, I don't think he's making another Alien film.
I hope not.
No.
I hope not.
Bring in Neil Blomkamp. Let's get that movie that we were so stoked for. Damn it.
I swear, you still cry about that movie.
Oh, I will cry forever about that.
Yeah.
Damn it. Anyway.
But, you know, I don't know. I just would be happy to not see Ridley Scott behind the helm of another Alien movie.
Yeah, same with me. I mean, Prometheus was great, but when he tried to deliberately make an Alien movie, trash, you know? So,
Yeah, I don't
Anyway.
know. What's next for you?
Yeah, we're going to jump past that. We don't need to beat a red-headed dead horse. So next is actually the exciting fact that the self-financed, self-produced, written, directed Spawn reboot that Todd McFarlane is doing has an official set for production, which he announced at the New York Comic Con this past weekend as well. February of 2018, his movie that is going to be Blumhouse released is going into production and going to start filming. I'm moderately excited. I don't know. He's never directed a movie before, so for that reason, I'm just like,
But look
don't
at
mess
Frank
it up,
Miller.
Todd.
Frank Miller knocked Sin City out of the park with Rodriguez's help.
Yeah, but he and Robert Rodriguez are one of the best directors of our generation, at least in my opinion, to kind of shepherd him along and help him out. Everybody points to
I think
The
it could be
Spirit.
okay, dude. He's been.
Did you watch The Spirit though? The one that Frank Miller directed by himself.
No, but I did. Well, I think I did actually. But what I'm saying is, Todd has been. Well, I guess it's not that much different than Frank Miller, but in Todd I trust compared to Frank Miller because Todd has always had an amazing eye for picking angles and things like that when drawing the book. Yeah. So I don't think there could be a more suitable director than the guy that created the property and drew it for so long.
I agree.
So I'm super excited about the Spawn reboot. I'm excited that he mentioned that they're going to be bringing the cartoon back as well.
Yeah. He mentioned the fact that he's been in talks with Keith David. He wants to have basically similar to when they put out the animated series and the feature film in the 90s. He wants a full-blown Spawn assault on our senses, which is exciting and cool.
A Spawn-assance?
A Spawn-assance. No, Respawn-assance. No, I'm stoked about this film, honestly, man. The fact that he's saying it's only a $10 million budget, so, but nonetheless, he's like, it's going to be a straight-up horror movie. You know, it's not going to be a superhero action movie like we saw in the previous installment that I didn't really think was that bad. It had some finer points to it, but this one is not going to be big action spectacle. It's probably going to be more like grittiness in the alleys and stuff of New York, like we originally saw in the first 50, 100 issues of the comic book. So I'm very excited, sir.
Ian just asked, or not Ian, who's Mikey Traumatized asked, do you think Spaz will make an appearance in Spawn? I was like, who's Spaz? And then I remember Spawn actually delivering the line when I think it was grabbing the dog. The dog's name. No, he was just like, Spaz. Like, it sounded so funny. Good stuff.
Yeah, I was a big fan of those Spawn Batman little crossover comics that they did. There was two of them. There was one that Frank Miller actually wrote, if I remember correctly. And I mean, the story wasn't insanely detailed or anything, but I mean, visually, it was like my two favorite heroes, kind of crossing the streams, which is pretty dope. Forget it, dude. That's what Leo says. I agree.
Anthony is Jawsome says, I'm actually excited for Spawn. Yeah, we are too.
Amen.
Next.
So, the 9th, and this is actually the final story. I sneak in Psy King anytime I can on this show, but this is like ginormous shit, guys. So, there was no filming allowed in any of these Stephen King things, and Shoot McKay, I think his name is, he's from Sweden, and he was like asking me on Twitter, he was like, dude, was there anybody filming anything? And I was like, no, they were like yelling at everybody and running for cameras and stuff like that when I was in the Chicago area. But lo and behold, somebody in Toronto, when their friend or family member or whatever got to ask a question, they just like kind of filmed down like that, so without the phone or whatever up there. And he asked, will there ever be another Dark Tower book, Psy King? Will you, do Jericho Hill or, something? Will you grace us with just one more story? And he's like, yeah, I think that's actually going to be happening. And everybody went apeshit. So it's a story that most of the news outlets have reported on at this point. Something that excites the shit out of me. So
something that I
have
couldn't
no credence to. Yes,
especially not after the. I was hoping that movie was going to bring me into the world, man, but all it did was like build that wall higher. Like
nothing like the book.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
Really? Nothing like the books at all?
The most moderate amount. I mean, it was like kind of trying to be fan service, but oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Terrible. I know. So sad. But are you guys excited for that? All of you Psy King fanatics, all of you Hail of Stephen King viewers, one more Dark Tower book. God, I can't even say enough how excited I am.
Yeah, talk to them about it, not me.
Yeah, he's just like, man, Battle of Jericho Hill, exactly, Mark, and that's actually what the person who asked the question inquired. They were like, will we have a full, detailed Battle of Jericho Hill? Because he only has flashbacks in a couple of the books, and then, you know, Fall of Gilead and all this other stuff, there's only mentions of it, as opposed to a real fleshed out, like, you know, telling of everything mid-world, which would be so exciting. So that's what I'm, fingers firmly crossed. I mean, the dude is 90, 70 years
Jesus.
old. I say 90
why are you adding 20 years to him?
I say 90 because I was just reading Cookie Jar, which is about, it's a book that, or excuse me, a short story that they added to the paperback release of Bizarre Bad Dreams, and it's about this kid who is interviewing his great-great-grandfather. Kid's 13, guy's 90. I was just actually listening to that on the ride over. It's actually very good. So,
Anthony is Jossam asks, I've been hesitant on watching Dark Tower because of the bad feedback. Should I give it a go? How much do you like the Dark Tower? Do you want to? How much do you want to see it pissed on?
Yeah, it's. You see, just wait for the TV series. Sanity is Radical. I don't think it's happening, man.
Drew Cade, by the way, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Love your name. Drew Cade. Yeah. Good name, Drew.
There you go.
Drew's a great name.
Hire Angelina Jolie for... Yeah, that's not happening now, man.
No, thank God.
That if she's doing another Maleficent...
They want Gal Gadot now for the Bride of Frankenstein? No, Bride of Frankenstein is dead in the water. Yeah. There's no way it's going to happen.
I think the whole Universal Monsters franchise is dead in the water, if you want to ask me. So,
yeah, Mummy killed it on arrival.
Yeah.
Just like the Dracula did. Dracula Untold killed it on arrival.
That was originally going to be their first one in the franchise.
Jesus,
and then, yeah,
get it right.
They're batting
over.
Hey,
Universal, call me.
They're batting over too right now. And
call me. I'll take over your Universal Monsterverse and I'll fucking do it up right.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably would, man. So.
I would, because I've never seen the originals, so there's no way I could copy them. It would be entirely original.
Oh, the originals are great, though.
Fuck off.
Those black and white are good, sir. So that's all of our stories. We kind of cycled through everything. I'm trying to see if there's anything comments-wise that needs to be mentioned.
Do you guys have any specific questions? We can answer questions for about another 3 minutes or so. Get that half-hour mark.
Yeah, we kind of steamrolled through.
Questions.
Questions? Yes.
Give us questions! Sorry.
Questions! I mean, my shitty movie palette is seasoned. So is mine, unfortunately. And when I taste shit, I know it's shit. Hi guys, hey, Mariano! Paso, buddy.
Okay. Cecil Dark Universe would be dope. Yes, it would. More dope than what we've gotten.
We've been waiting for it.
Because I wouldn't be focused on the goddamn stars. I would be focused on the actual monsters.
Yep.
Like you should be.
Well, dude, they released that photo, remember, of Johnny Depp.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
Cecil Fuego! I love Mariano.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. But they showed that photo where, I mean, once again, putting the cart before the horse. They had Johnny Depp. They had Javier Bardem. They had Tom Cruise. They had Russell Crowe. They had the girl whose name is eluding me.
Fucking Sanity is Radical is right.
Yes.
Penny Dreadful did it far better than Universal.
Amen.
100%.
And I've only seen like most of the
if you're
going
to reboot the Universal Monsters, Penny Dreadful is the way to do it.
And they canceled that show.
I know, it's such a bummer.
Now it's continuing as a comic book.
Stay scared. Bye, Brady. Good to see you, man.
Love you, Brady.
The Wolfman killed it too. Did you really think? Well, I guess so. For the Wolfman, the Benicio del Toro one, it was pretty good. I like the wolf out scenes.
You know,
everything
honestly,
else is super
it wasn't
boring.
that bad. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was okay. Casting was good.
Finished the Bill Hodges trilogy today, says Ian.
Yes, and I finished it just a couple days ago. And did you cry? I cried. I cried, dude. I was.
Brady said, "Never mind."
Oh,
was that a threat, Brady? Was that a stay scared? Bye.
Yeah, bye.
And because I shouted him out, he's like, "Never mind.
I don't want to talk to you
staying
guys.
now.
I'm cooler than you."
Come on, Brady. What are you doing?
Fuego, get reading Nosferatu. Oh, Mikey,
yes.
That's on my list. Since I'm finally.
I want to read Heart Shaped Box. Do you have that, or do I have that?
I bought a copy of it. So I think I think you have your own copy. Yeah, because I bought a hardcover at.
No, Marsha bought it.
Yeah.
I think Marsha has it. I need to borrow Marsha's.
No, I have to give a shout out to that though because of the fact that it was the
Ian
weirdest.
Did cry.
It was the weirdest feeling the other day when I sat there and thought I'm caught up on Stephen King for the first time in my life.
You read Sleeping Beauties already?
I'm just about to start because he.
So you're not caught up on Stephen King?
Okay, but I'm caught up to his most current
No,
release.
you need to do, as soon as you finish Sleeping Beauties, you need to do a Hail to Stephen King right then.
Oh, man.
I have completed my quest. I've completed my journey.
8 years of a journey.
Will you do that for me?
My God, of course I will.
Okay, so as soon as you finish Sleeping Beauties, you got to do that.
Yeah, because he has another book coming out in early 2018.
Will you please do Lock and Key afterwards?
Yeah, I'm down for it, man.
Because I'll give you the first 2 series I have in floppies, and then the rest I have in hardcovers.
I think I told you, I downloaded the audiobook for 20th Century Ghosts, so I'm going to go through Joe Hill's short stories.
I want to read that too. God damn it, I want to read that.
Dude, I've heard Joe Hill is badass.
He's really, really good. Yeah. He's like Stephen King level. He's so good.
He's a Spawn, so.
Well, I know, but to imagine that he's there already, you know what I mean?
And honestly, I respect the fuck out of the fact that he didn't want to use the name for success.
How do you guys feel about the old Hammer films?
Hammer? Are we talking Sledgehammer, the TV series?
No.
I love that
Sledgehammer!
Oh, that show is awesome!
No, I knew what you were talking about. No, the Hammer films, the Hammer horror films, the really schlocky, low budge.
Were they kind of full moon?
Yes, it was, essentially full moon-esque,
hey,
except a little bit less polished.
Dude, I love early full moon, man. Those early Puppet Master movies.
Mariano, you're reading Lock and Key? Good for you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Early Puppet Master films. What else? Trancers was great. The subspecies were good. I mean, they were firing on all cylinders, but I almost feel like they trimmed their budgets back as the years went by, which is crazy to really contemplate this. I used to love Charles Band and all the shit that he did, man, but those most recent Puppet Master movies.
Charles Band is
horrible.
Old. He needs to let it go. Just like George Romero needed to, as far as making his movies. He should just ride on everything he did. He didn't need to try and bust out new stuff. Leo McKenna, what do you guys think about the Slumber movie for this year? I haven't seen it. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, me neither, unfortunately.
Tiki Balls, what makes you like Stephen King so much? I think that is best answered in the 45 or so episodes of Hail to Stephen King you can watch on the channel.
Yeah, it's been
which, by the way, you need to start marking what playlists your episodes go on, because you have to go to the Stephen King related episodes so that people can go to, Stephen King related episodes, boom, and all of your Hail to Stephen Kings will be there.
Yeah, I've been adding them. I mean, sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I do.
Watch this. I'm going to do this right in front of you guys. Hey,
oh, boy.
Quick quiz, everyone. What's your favorite creature movie? Well, I have a good answer for that. Rogue Reaper, I actually have one more panel to release from Phoenix Comic Con.
Oh, really? You
2017. That panel is called Fangs, Talons, Scales, Creature Craziness!
Which, if anyone has watched this channel for an extensive period of time, you know that Cecil and myself, our favorite subgenre of horror is creatures.
I hold it very close to my heart, which is why I've held off on putting out the episode, because I care about it so much. I love it. We talk all about creature movies. I have a number of different favorite creature movies. My favorite creature movie of all time is The Thing. The John Carpenter's The Thing.
The Blob for me, which is also an 80s
But a rapid follow-up is Outlander. A lot of people don't know about Outlander, but I glow about Outlander for a long time. We have your woman, Outlander! Another great one is Attack of the Block. I think Attack of the Block is a phenomenal creature horror movie.
Another one I'll mention is The Relic, a fantastic creature
movie.
Relic
is great, but Attack of the Block was the premiere of John Boyega.
It was indeed, yeah. He was super young in that movie, man, and that was an alien invasion thing.
It was, but the creatures were so cool, because they were like pitch black, except for the teeth.
This flat where, you know, there's an invasion
Lots
going on.
Lots of flats, yeah. It was an apartment complex, essentially.
That's what they called them over there.
Shut up. I was translating for everyone. You stupid son of a bitch! Hi guys, I'm making a Jason pumpkin for Halloween, says Melissa9822.
Nice,
That's funny you bring that up, Melissa, because
we're gonna be doing
one of our live streams, either this Sunday or next Sunday, is going to be a pumpkin carving live stream. We are going to be carving horror show pumpkins. So that'll be either this Sunday or next Sunday. Probably next Sunday, though.
Yeah.
This Sunday, I believe we're going to try and... Well, I don't know what we're going to do this Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say, we are planning to scale the show back to once a week, right? Is that still the plan?
At some point. At some point, yes. At some point, we might... Yeah, well, in the near future, our live streams might end up being the news on Sundays.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense because it's the end of the week and, you know, everything that has potentially transpired and, you know, been released news-wise. So Do you guys like that idea? News
yeah.
on Sundays
What do you guys think about news
instead,
on Sundays? We'll just do the news at the end of the week. It'll be on Sundays because I don't know that I'm going to be able to continue filming twice a week with this new job because I'm going to be working crazy hours. So.
Yeah. And on
I'm
top
just
of
being
that,
realistic and I'm setting expectations.
No, you should,
Plus,
man.
Fuego drives a lot, too, to come out here twice a week. So.
I do 30-plus miles each way, and we actually have 13 songs from my debut album with Chiron that we're trying to book, like, studio time for, and so it's not like a disservice to you guys. It's just realizing that, you know, there's a lot that's going on in both of our lives. So we will still be here for you every day, but maybe just not live twice a week.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
How can one not love Creature, though? It was a walking shark, man. Yeah, Creature was amazing.
Oh, I do. What was that?
The new one that just came. Monster.
Okay.
The Monster, right? Creature.
Maybe. I was thinking...
Oh, no, Creature. He's talking
Creature
about the Peter
Bentley?
Benchley one, yeah.
Bentley, yeah.
No, that's what Rogue Reaper's talking
Same
about.
guy who wrote Jaws.
Yeah, Creature.
Yeah.
That's right, because it was called White Shark in book form.
Yeah. And then
Brady Wilson, do a hangout. Brady, we're not your fucking puppets, man. Do a hangout. How
ordering us.
Hey, when are you guys thinking about doing another hangout? Not do a hangout.
Be nice, buddy.
Brady.
James Wan should direct Jeepers Creepers 4. Honestly, I think James Wan has better things to do.
Yeah, I think so.
Than direct Jeepers Creepers 4.
I think the world has better things to do than watch Jeepers Creepers 4 if Jeepers Creepers 3 is any indication.
Yeah, Ian, you can hear our music at, I believe it's Chiron.
Go ahead.
It's oh goodness, it's throwing me off, man. It's reverbnation.com /
Chiron/dicksuck.com.
Chiron 6. Thank
Chiron
you.
6 dot what?
It's reverbnation.com / Chiron 6. So CHIRON
Why Chiron
6.
6? There was already a Chiron?
There's already a couple Chirons, which is why we switched to the acronym.
What? Acronym instead of the name, like the word spelled out?
Yeah, well, we still rock Chiron, man, but, I mean, we are essentially created heroes in response of otherworldly nemesis, as I told you. Dude, there is a rapper named Chiron in Canada, some black kid. There is an indie band rocking Chiron because of the fact that the name saw a resurgence in popularity after the movie Moonlight, because the indie movie about the gay black kid, his name is Chiron. Yeah,
you should talk about
crazy.
Evan. I'll bet Evan would let you add your tracks to the list on Men Watching this year.
Oh, that would be sweet, man. I mean, especially since we found a producer. You can see our single on.
Is your band on a label?
No,
Ian.
Fuck no. We are not on a label yet. We are basically kind of
proud of that.
No, we're happy about that because I've seen so many friends of mine who are in metal bands of decent prominence here in Arizona, especially. They sign to these deals where they owe a label 5 to 6 albums. They get a meager amount of money when they go out on tour. And so we're just kind of playing it by ear. I've been in the industry long enough. I was a music journalist for many years before I joined up with this man. And so I've seen just the pitfalls and the ridiculousness of trying to be an independent metal band especially. I mean, it's tough, man. And so we're trying to book our own tour. We're trying to self-release as much as we can and just kind of create some buzz that way. So, yeah.
Dylan Thomas, out of the blue, but have you guys heard that Dario Argento is supposed to be directing an adaptation of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? Because if that's true, I'm in.
I read the shit out of those books as a kid, and
dude, I have those books right over.
I do too.
I do too.
I have them in hardcover. So.
I have them in hardcover.
Yeah, I do. Scary Stories to Tell. It's a dick measuring contest with me and this guy sometimes, guys. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. The holy crap! I still remember the one that always sticks out to me. Okay, is where they find this drum out in the woods, and I'm a drummer, so obviously this is gonna like strike a chord with me. But it's these kids. They find like an old Indian drum, and they start beating on it. And the one kid starts hitting on it. And I've talked about this on a podcast or something before, and he just keeps going and going and going, and he can't stop. And then an arrow like goes right through his heart. So it's almost yeah, we got the same book. Nice.
Boom.
These were available in my Phoenix Public Library for children. It wasn't like the young adult section or anything like that. Children were able to read these.
Is this the one with the original artwork, or is this the one with the redone artwork?
You might have the redone artwork. I don't know, man.
Really? How do you know?
Looks like the original. The splotchy, whatever style. Yeah, but long story short, I couldn't believe that I was able to check these books in there, because there were three different collections, 1, 2, and 3. I couldn't believe I was able to check those out of my library as a, like, 10-year-old man. Nah, seriously, it was insane, and they gave me nightmares galore. There's a reason why I slept with a nightlight until I was 12. I was a pussy little bitch, and I was very scared of things. And still am.
Oh, the bad news. I do love the bad news. I remember the bad news. It's a 1-page long story about his buddy who's...
so many good ones in there. And the fact that
it's awesome.
Schultz or Schwartz or whatever his name was, he went back to just old, like, kind of tales that were passed along and stuff, you know, folklore, as opposed to, like, writing his own shit. He just updated, you know, stories that everybody had heard, like, I'm the Viper, I'm here to wipe your windows.
The Viper,
yeah. That was good stuff, man.
What is Uzumaki Junji Ito? What is that, Mariano? I don't know what that is. Oh my God, Mikey Trauma Trash. Fucking, okay, let me tell you.
Do you realize
I am the Gmork. I love the Gmork, dude. The Gmork was an amazingly scary wolf. He was he was one of my first creatures, for sure.
Name of the band is Chiron.
I am the Gmork.
Chiron.
Come for me, Gmork. I am Atreyu. I fucking love that shit, dude.
Yeah, that's from
Never-Ending
that's
Story.
from the first Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about, the Gmork.
Yeah, the
Gave
one
me
that
nightmares as a kid, the wolf.
Wow, dude, I cried when that horse sunk into the...
Artax!
Oh,
no!
Yeah. That was done by the same guy who did Das Boot and all of these other... Yeah, man. I mean, that was like a prime-time director.
Yeah, what is that book doing in an elementary school?
It wasn't at my school, it was at...
I am the servant of the nothing. I love when he said nothing, too, because it was a wolf making a...
It was at the public library, huh? Pagemaster is the best. Yeah, man, especially Macaulay Culkin, bro.
Dude, we're gonna Sharks and Jets this shit. Never-ending story. Never-ending story. Where's your Pagemaster jingle?
I like Pagemaster.
What a fucking...
Pagemaster.
All right, well, if we're going based on songs, then you win, but fuck off.
No, that was at that time when they had Macaulay Culkin. He was like in everything. You know, I mean, didn't he do the one where it was like Getting Even with Dad or some shit like that?
Melissa asks, what horror films... I have not seen Getting Even with Dad.
It was him and Ted Danson, dude. Who remembers Getting Even with Dad?
Melissa asks, what horror films would you suggest on Netflix for Halloween?
Melissa, I would have to know what's streaming right now.
Melissa, if you're watching, watch Patchwork. If you're a female and you like gory horror, watch Patchwork. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good.
Didn't Marsha say it was just okay?
Wait, I forgot how the tune for Never... Oh, wait, I know it's Never-Ending Story. I remember that much. I don't know. Maybe that's what
Never-Ending Story.
You guys should do that, dude. You should fucking do that.
Well, we're actually covering Dumb Bones, Alice in Chains for the Halloween show.
That's not the same as covering Never-Ending Story.
Obviously.
Never-Ending Story!
Yeah, I'm sure Chris would butcher that shit. I love you, Chris. Chris actually watches and listens to a lot of the stuff.
Oh, way to go. Oh, you better watch yourself.
I love you, Chris. Sometimes he overdoes it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it would be fucking hilarious. On Halloween, I'm having a horror movie marathon. Good stuff. Well, what do you guys think about the timeline confirmed by... Oh, yeah. The new... That's right. John Carpenter did say...
That was another potential news story.
I would have gone with that. Yeah, no. Yeah. John Carpenter says that the new Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be
not even gonna...
in a separate timeline.
Yeah, which is crazy because they're saying it's
alternate
not even...
story.
Dude, they're saying it's not even going to factor in 2. Which originally they were saying it was going to be after H2O, and then originally they were saying it was going to be after the second one, and now they're saying it's going to be after the first one. So it's...
Really?
Make up your minds, man.
Oh, man.
It's similar to what we talked about
I think
earlier.
they're just dropping ideas and seeing like which one sticks with the audience.
Maybe.
Well, all right, guys. I think we've drawn this out as long as we possibly can.
Thank you for all the 24 people who are chilling and talking with yourselves and having a nice time. We appreciate the camaraderie.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. We really appreciate you taking the time to sit here and watch. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Still Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.
That was actually kind of like my band with the screaming and singing.
Stay tuned. Another episode of Tales from the Crypt is coming later today.
Yes.
And then the 8 Days of Halloween looks like it's going to start on October 20th. Bye. Oh, Justice League trailer breakdown. I did that already. I need to edit it. It'll come out tomorrow probably. Yep, that's coming out. I did
pull a babysitter.
Babysitters Club.